I love social
We're
media.
we are
She's
live. It says
live.
we're live.
All
I still
right.
haven't figured out the live on Instagram yet.
But it's gonna
It
happen.
won't let me click the Instagram live button. That's okay. We're live in plenty of places.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, hi,
Jamie.
Mariah.
Hi. What are we
Good to
gonna
see
talk
you
about
again.
today?
We are going to talk about Valentine's Day
Mhm.
and how we have. I think this is a great gift idea. So, and we also wanted to touch on so I love that I get DMs in between these calls. So people reach out and ask me for more clarification, and somebody reached out to me and said they would love to know how we make the shift happen. So I thought
Mhm.
that we could touch on that today. And I'm going to start this by saying happy birthday to my husband because
Ah,
it's his
happy birthday, Brad.
birthday today.
Yeah, isn't that fun to celebrate others? Okay, so we have happy birthday to hubby. So for those of you that are like, what are you talking about in between lives? Jamie and I are putting together an event in Omaha, Nebraska, and we are bringing together 250 ambitious women who are hungry to feel spectacular and really turn on their power. We're going to gather together. There's going to be vendors and sponsors and fun welcome
Really
gifts.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. And then so day 1 is really for women to gather and really get clarity on who do I want to be in the world and what's my purpose and what's my actual desire, and to support the others in the room. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a Yale and functional medicine trained women's health expert, and I have been hosting women's circles, women's retreats since 2008. This is my soul's journey. It's my fun, fun, fun. And Jamie is a powerhouse in the realm of helping families attract abundance. For those of you that don't know, she has created a legacy in real estate. What is it, 85 door? How many doors now?
We go between about 80 and 85.
A
Depends on
lot
what
of
we sell
doors.
and what we buy.
A lot of doors. And so then for those that add on day 2, she and her husband are going to be facilitating a conversation around abundance and wealth. And maybe you're curious around what would it look like to move into real estate and all the ways that that can happen. And then I'll be there too. And we'll add into our conversation around relationship dynamics and health and whatever you're longing for. So this is kind of the premise of why we're going live.
Yeah. I want to touch on that with the real estate side of things because actually a lot of the women I've talked to are business owners and either have, they have a physical space that they are in. And that's something that Brad and I actually really can help with is even evaluating like what you're paying in rent because it doesn't owning, we all know owning real estate is a great thing, right? And you can acquire wealth and you've got depreciation and appreciation, but we've even moved that into our businesses. So we've got, we
Mhm.
own our building that Big Picture Real Estate Group is out of and that Brad's mortgage company is out of. So, and we've got some really cool structures in place that have allowed us to really benefit off of that structure.
Yeah. I even look at my brother, he's been so successful in business and he owns many real estate establishments, but it's really fascinating to look at. I think they're throughout Colorado, Arizona, and Texas. Some of them he's bought the building,
Yeah.
and some of them he rents the building. And he's very strategic and smart with how he does that because we get to diversify our income stream and be smart with what is it? Our not just our P&Ls, but what's the statement that I should know? You'll
Balance sheet.
teach me on day our balance sheet, that thing.
We talk about that a lot. Is it a balance sheet purchase
Yeah,
or is it a cash flow purchase? So
right, right. And I work in the realm of women's health and hormones and empowerment and lots of retreats and I mean, the type of thing where women walk away. If you come to this day, and to men, listen up. If you send your women, a woman that you love, a daughter, a mother, a sister, an aunt, a partner, a wife, if you send her to this day on March 21st, this is the type of day where women finish it and go, oh my gosh, that changed my life. That
Mhm.
changed my life. Like, I have a new relationship with other women. I have a new relationship with myself. I have a new relationship with my power. I have more clarity. I
Yeah.
have answers to what might be in my way.
And that's Omaha, like we have some amazing women, and to create a tribe and knowing like what you bring to the table and just how we can help. I mean, I already have this like envision, like leaving the event, like how much the relationships that are even created in that room, helping each other level up. And not, I speak to the business owner because I'm a business owner. This isn't just for business owner women. It's for all women. And exactly what we started to talk about earlier was like we do all the things, and
Mhm.
it's the woman who really feels like they do all the things and they feel. And we're I am so excited to just watch you and like be able to pour into these women and be able to make them feel really special.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm seeing somebody in the chat say, "Happy birthday, Brad." Okay, so yes, if you are a stay-at-home mom, if you are someone who wants to have impact in a community, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, whatever it may be, day 1 is for women, and the reason we were saying Valentine's Day is tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So to the men that are watching this, if you don't already have in mind a gift that you wanted to give to a woman that you care about, I'm telling you, this could be an amazing Valentine's Day gift.
Yes. And we're doing a special just for this through tomorrow. If you buy the VIP package, so the VIP package is going to, it includes both days, front row seating, an extra gift bag, a one on one with Maraya, a one on one with Brad and I. We're actually allowing the spouse to come the second day for free. So it's a
Mhm.
$200 discount today for Valentine's Day.
And the
We
dinner, and don't forget the dinner.
VIP dinner.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's only 20. We have sold a few already. So there is only 20 VIP tickets available. But that
Mhm.
VIP package, if you're considering this as a Valentine's Day, it would, and oh my gosh, for me, I think about knowing that I got to do something. So my husband or spouse or significant other or bought me this gift, and I get to go be empowered all day long on Thursday, and then he's going to come with me on Friday, and we get to spend like really live in that moment together as far as like experiencing a leveled up version of ourselves.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better.
I know, I wish my husband could
No,
come. I want him to fly out too. I live in Oregon, so I'll be flying
bring
in.
the kids.
I know. I know, maybe we should just all come. Um, and so, yes, there's this great idea as a gift, and we thought, "Oh, what a spectacular time." So March 21st and 22nd would be the days, and how cool that you can participate and be there to support one another and be in this conversation together. And once again, it could be couples, it could be a mother-son, it could
Yes,
be an auntie-nephew, it can be a friend-friend. We
absolutely.
get to support one another. The other thing that I thought was fascinating, and we put the link in the chat. So if you want to click on the link, you're also welcome to just DM either of us. Jamie's the main point person, but if you want to reach out to me and ask me questions about whatever, it's just you're welcome to reach out. We're both very approachable. The other question was for women saying, I'm doing all the steps. I feel like I should feel really inspired. I'm clear on what I want to create. I feel like I'm healthy. But why do I feel stagnant? Why do I still look
Mhm.
myself in the mirror and I don't recognize who I see, or I don't feel my power? I'm not taking steps towards actually creating the life that I'm wanting. And Jamie said, "Can we talk about that a little bit?" I'm like,
Yes.
"Oh, this is so good." So I want to point out 2 things. Number 1 is the embodiment piece, and number 2 is our fear of change. Okay, so embodiment, what do I mean by that? Often we're doing all the steps. We have our daily routines and our miracle morning, and we have an impeccable diet and our supplementation, whatever it may be, but it's all existing up here in our head. And it's not actually dropping down into our feeling and embodiment. And so it's just an idea. And we don't
Mhm.
take action on ideas. Okay. Obviously, belief systems go a long way and making sure that we move like health stuff out of the way. Maybe your thyroid has crashed and you just don't know it, or your adrenals are tired, or you have a gut dysbiosis. Like, of course, get out the cellular health stuff out of the way. And maybe that's one of the pieces like, oh my God, just turn the lights on and there's your energy. But it's also often we're taking steps in our day in kind of a lonely way, and it feels like it's a routine and habit, but it's not fully being embodied. And that's one of the reasons why I love putting on in-person experiences, is now you're in it. You're
Mhm.
feeling it. You're looking in other women's eyes. You're laughing together. You're remembering the shoes that you wore. You're remembering the taste of the dessert that we ate. You're remembering the aromatherapy that you put on, whatever it may be. I mean, I just was at an event in Sedona, and it was this week-long retreat, and one of the people I was there with, he had pulled out his, like, fancy white sneakers out of the closet, and they still had red clay from our hike.
Oh my gosh.
And that experience, like, "Oh, dang, my shoes aren't white anymore," but it's also it, like, brings him back to the full experience
Mhm.
of feeling it and embodying an actual experience, and that's what tends to propel steps and actions, right? And then plus you're then in this room with other women, and you'll inevitably create accountability buddies and new friendships where now you make some declarations, you make some commitments to yourself in the
Mhm.
midst of the day, and you have a buddy to move forward with that happens to also live in Nebraska, unless if they're flying in. Anything you wanna add to that, Jamie, and then I'll talk about change?
No, I love that. We do have a few people flying in, but I think that we're pretty good now about even remote accountability. So
Yeah.
I'm if you're thinking about, I have reached out to several women that I think would absolutely be so impacted by this that aren't in Nebraska. And so it's been really, really neat because I do feel, I know like your event, when I went to your event, it's why I'm so empowered by this because you showed me something that I hadn't experienced. You created like a space that I've never even couldn't have even fathomed existing, right? A
Mm,
totally safe space with women being vulnerable, getting to know each other without feeling like you had to there was no um ever feeling of like I feel uncomfortable or I'm forced to share. Like there was just this safe space and we were all very came from very different backgrounds, but
mhm.
we're all the same, right?
Yeah.
We all have very similar whatever. I don't know how to explain that the right way, but we're trying to take on the world and we're trying to take care of our kids and our husbands and we're trying to do all the things.
Mhm,
Mike Bovanet always says, he's like, you say that all the time, all the things. He's here with me.
mhm,
But it's like we do try and take on a lot. And there
mhm.
is, you really brought clarity to me of what can I let go? I mean, that
Yeah,
was day one of your retreat is what can I let go? And then who do I need to be? And there was just this, I mean, I remember telling you at the end, like for you guys watching, like, yes, we can it be? I've had people ask me like, we want this like lots of days, right? And I'm like, next year, like when we get
totally.
show up this year, show us you want it, and then next year, like we're just gonna take this to a whole new level, and we're really excited. Like I just feel like what we're doing is finally bringing something to Omaha, and that doesn't exist in Omaha.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
always have to leave.
yep, and you get the opportunity to leave your daily grind, to
Hmm.
disrupt your traditional daily activities. Yes, that means making sure your work is cared for, and your home is cared for, and your children are cared for, and you know what? It's gonna be just fine.
Hmm.
And you get to go, "This is my turn. I'm gonna go fill up and allow myself to blossom, to let that bud come out and actually open up, and here I am." And a lot of traction can be made in one day. It's gonna be a full day, and there will be laughter, there will be tears, there will be aha moments, there will be journaling, there will be connection, there'll be all of it. Then we have the VIP, and then the second day too. It's gonna be spectacular. Um, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait. And so then we go, all right, for those of you that are like, I've done all the do,
Hmm.
you know, I've taken these courses, I have my daily blah, blah, blah. I think I did know that, but why am I not taking steps? Is this going to just be one more thing? And so then often we get in our own way. What if I say yes to this event and I fail again? I fail myself. What if I don't take steps afterwards? What if it just becomes one more excuse? And what I'm going to remind you is that change is one of the most confronting things that we can ever do. It's
Mhm.
confronting to our unconscious mind, to our sense of security. And so we will say, I desire for this thing. I desire to live a life of extraordinary. I desire to attract love and abundance and feeling vibrant and deep connections and feeling a deep presence when I'm around people and not feeling so sad and anxious and alone. And yet, why am I not attracting it? Why is it not actually happening? And so we have to go, that
Mhm.
is a self-preservation mechanism that has its role. It keeps us safe.
Right.
Yet, if you're watching this, you desire extraordinary. And you actually really do long for change to continue to take the steps. So we disrupt, we create a safe container with others. There's a reason why when we get married, we say our vows in front of others. We get to
Mhm.
make declarations in front of others. And we have an emotional, physical, palpable, somatic, visceral experience in the midst of this day that kind of reminds your unconscious mind that it's going to be okay. And this change that you're creating creates a new version of safety. So we
Mhm.
get to step just outside
It
of the
does.
comfort zone. Yeah. So just outside of the comfort zone in the container surrounded by people that are there doing it with you,
Mhm.
and change really happens. And it's the type of change that sticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, doors are open. We have some early bird specials. Reach out to Jamie, ask your questions. You definitely want to get in sooner rather than later. It's fun to see the spots that are filling. Sponsors are coming in. If you're someone you're watching this and you're like, yeah, I want to come and I want to be a sponsor, ask
Yeah.
Jamie, what does that look like?
We have 3 more
Um,
tables available,
okay.
sponsorships. Mhm.
Yep. And then we do have some offers where, it's always so much more fun when you bring a friend. And so if
Yes.
you bring a friend, there's some offers. You get extra goodie bag. If you buy a whole table with you and 5 of your friends, there's options there. So just reach out to Jamie, grab
Yes.
it while it's there,
Yes.
and we're looking forward to supporting you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Maraya. All
Yeah.
right, so till next week.
Until next week. Excited to
Okay.
see everybody in Omaha, Nebraska, March 21st,
Me too.
and here on social media next week.
Yes. All right.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao. Bye.